Coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland, it's time for Wendy and Friends. The ever so lovely, adorable, and green-eyed masterpiece of her father, Jack. The funny, the charming, the only Wendy Townsend.
Oh, thank you, Michael. You can fade us out now. Okay. I knew it! Every time.
Every time.
Does it every time. Welcome to Wendy and Friends. Those 478,000 of you that are listening.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the numbers say. Jessica Murphy Garrett.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show. I'd like to welcome my dad because he probably only listens to the intro to hear his name. So, Murphy Garrett.
Yeah.
It's not hyphenated, so talk to me. Is that like two last names,
It's
or is it your middle Murphy, your middle name?
It's two last names. I'm actually Murphy's not legal. I took it when my mom died as like an homage.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
When did your mom pass?
She died when I was 25, so almost 7 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're 32?
I'm 32.
I'm 32.
I knew that, actually. I knew we were the same age because I went to your birthday show.
And you look 10 years younger than me.
That's 100% not true. I might look like 25 years younger than you in the sense that I look like a giant baby.
You have dimples and you're adorable, and you look fucking 10 years younger than me, and you're the same age.
That is totally not true.
What is your ethnicity?
My father is what you would call black, and my mom,
He's what you call the black.
Yeah. My mom's white, but her Irish, you know.
Man,
Irish.
no wonder you're half black. And black don't crack, and that's how you look fucking a decade younger than me.
And that's why she asked for straight vodka.
You son of a bitch. That's it. The show's over. Get out of here, you fucking hot piece of ass with the dimples and shit.
This is why I love Wendy Townsend. I mean, obviously adorable and hilarious, but is the first person to be like,
you're not on the couch with
fucking cute piece of shit.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. You're so goddamn adorable.
You hot little piece of ass. Get off my couch. Get off Michael's couch,
But first I want you to spin for me.
Yeah. Shimmy. Give me a little shimmy. Ah. Sorry for everybody watching. I make cups. They're like, you fucking idiot. So do you mind talking about your mom?
Not at all.
I didn't know this, so I wanted.
Oh no, not at all. Of course.
What happened?
She killed herself. Ooh. I know. Big podcast topic right off the bat.
So are you all right? Did you go to therapy? Are you recovered?
I don't think you can ever recover from something like that.
Yeah.
And I was, I wasn't a kid anymore. Certainly I already lived here. I was done with college. I was not living at home or anything. And she was always sick. But yeah, I think about it every day. I cry several times a week about it. Like, just because something will hit me that reminds me of her. Or
were you close with your mom?
I think it was like most mothers and young adult daughters. We had a really tumultuous relationship, but I'm her only child, and she, growing up, it was, we were partners. It was just me and her for so long.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Oh, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's a huge part of who I am as an adult is
absolutely
this experience.
Are you close with your dad now?
I am close with my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were your
dad's
parents
an awesome
together?
person. No, they had been divorced for a really long time.
Okay.
My dad's an awesome human being for sure.
Yeah.
I relate to when you talk about your dad.
Oh, I'm obsessed with my dad.
Yeah.
Like, he's my best friend.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I
it's
think
pretty weird, I think.
If my dad and I lived in the same city, we would be like that for sure.
I fucking love that old guy.
I know.
Yeah, he's super
great.
cool.
He is also pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's super cool.
seems
Everybody's
like
like,
a really cool guy.
everybody. Yeah, but the worst part about it is he's like super popular now, and everybody's like, love Jack. Your dad coming? Oh, I love your dad. Oh, what's Jack doing? I'm like, well, I'm also here. If you guys
I don't know
care.
if you noticed.
Yeah. Oh my god. And the other day we hung out. My dad won this home run derby thing where you send in your scratch offs, and then his name pops across the screen, and for every your home run hit by the Orioles, you win $500.
Holy shit.
So let me tell you how cool my dad is and how way
and
uncool.
of course Wendy promoted it.
Yeah. Well, do we? How uncool I am. So he's like, all right, well, the game starts at 1. We're gonna meet there at 12:30. So we start drinking at 12:30. Now my dad, who's totally solid by the time the game is over, I'm fucking lit and drunk as shit, and I probably didn't nearly drink half as much as him, and I'm like, my dad is so much cooler than me
He's the coolest
that I
dude.
can't hang with my dad. I'm fucking lit. I'm trying to eat food to like stabilize some sort of like functioning, walking type situation, and he's like, he's
Grab some beers.
ordering a whole other bucket, and I'm just
It's amazing.
I definitely was like, I should have been born with a penis, but I was not, and now I am a failure at all things dad bro related.
Do you have brothers?
I technically no, I have an older sister, and she is a lesbian, and she's not your typical lipstick lesbian. She is your very Ellen DeGeneres, Jane Lynch lesbian.
Cool.
She looks like Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. Got a lot of vests going.
She wears dudes' clothes. She definitely rocks like the short, spiky hair.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She's pretty solid.
Yeah.
She definitely has like a solid, like, I don't give a fuck boy look to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's adorable.
Do I have to edit all this?
No,
Yeah.
she's adorable, and she lives in Colorado with her second wife.
Oh, I'm from Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know where she lives?
Yes, Loveland.
All right.
Have you
Some awesome Loveland talk.
have you heard of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two Lovelands. There's like ski resort Loveland, and then there's like town Loveland that are very far apart.
I guarantee you, she's in the town one. She's
Great.
not skiing
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
How long have you been here then? If you're from Colorado,
8 years. Yeah, 8 years.
Man, you have such an exciting background. Like
I
fuck
know.
talking about local comedy.
From Denver. My father is black. It's crazy. It's
You have
been
a black
crazy
father
ride.
from Denver?
I
Are
know.
you
He's
dying
the
to go
only
back
one.
now?
Yeah, wow.
Only one.
So you are moving.
I am moving.
Where are you moving to?
Moving to San Diego.
Why?
You
The
know,
Chargers suck.
I know. I only just recently, because I'm like kind of a fair weather sports fan. I find it really easy to get like swept up in it.
Yeah.
But I cannot say that I'm a true blue sports fan. But just the other day I was like, new teams, I'm not ready.
But I will tell you, and I've said this a billion times over, the Chargers do have the best colors in football.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you were going to wear any colors, baby blue and yellow should
Baby
probably
blue and yellow.
be a solid go-to.
And I was, I do get that. I look forward to that feeling when I see somebody like in a nose hat, and I can like accost them and be like,
Yeah.
you want to go get drunk?
Yeah,
Like, what's
hey.
happening?
Yeah,
What are you up
hey,
to?"
yeah, hey, Chris Davis. Yeah. Man.
Um,
So why are you moving to San Diego?
I'm a little bit nomadic. And I'm kind of ready
for
the
my
next
dad,
thing.
that means you're a nomad and you move
Yeah,
around
you move
constantly. You
around.
pack up and move everywhere.
Yeah. and
My
so
dad's probably like, you fucking
you
bitch.
little piece of shit. 8 years is a really long time for me, and it's been great. And I love Baltimore way
Are you suffocating
more.
in this committed relationship, Jessica? You have to get out. It's been almost a decade.
It kind of is like this. Like, well, I feel like we're not gonna get married. So
Yeah, I mean, it's been 8 years, and
been
I've
8 years.
been cooking your
No
meals
ring
for
on
so
this
long.
finger.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I have family there that I'm really close to, and it's like the most beautiful place ever. And I was like, why not?
Why not? Good
Yeah,
for you.
Do it.
Just
I
fucking
don't,
do
I don't
you.
have kids. I can pick up and move whenever I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Kids are overrated. Unless you want to go to college for free, and then I highly recommend you have 14 baby daddies because you'll get child support, your food paid for, all government
I
check,
think that
funded
sounds
for
like
school.
a solid plan.
I don't know why I didn't do that.
What could go wrong?
You're better off with a dog.
I'm broke and paying school loans for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
The person that I am seeing now, I said to him, I was like, if we have kids, we're never getting married because I'm gonna ride that bull for sure.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go to law school on the government. Okay, and then I'm gonna be that person that's like, you can't handle the truth.
You will absolutely be that person.
I'll
as a
be the
lawyer.
dick lawyer.
You'll absolutely
just
be that
to turn
person.
around and smirk at myself. I'll be like, ha ha ha. Yeah.
And you'll like watch tape of it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Meanwhile, it'll be just me being Ally McBeal and then singing and dancing at a bar later, thinking that I was cool because I use unisex bathrooms at my law firm.
That was such a thing for a minute.
Yeah, for a minute. For
a
one
solid
solid.
minute. And I
6 years.
Because we're like right at that age where we were like becoming part of the pop culture
Oh, yeah.
machine right when that came out.
I will
so.
be honest with you. I tried watching Ally McBeal when the Netflix made it available.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's on the Netflix.
Yes, it is on the Flicks.
All of it?
And Vonda Shepard, who does the opening song, thank you for nodding, Michael, it got so obnoxious listening to that opening song over and over again, and then her being the voice of bar,
bar.
musician,
Yeah,
and it
I
was
forgot
so.
that she does like the live.
The whole show is saturated with Vonda Shepard voice lyrics, and it was too much for me. And I was like, I can't even get into the show because I'm so tired of hearing this music,
Oh man.
and that's a shame.
Yeah.
I never, for once in 10 years, got tired of hearing "I'll Be There for You" when I was watching Friends. Why am I tired of this? This makes no sense.
Because you don't support the lesbians.
That's a fucking lie, and you know it. I watched every episode of The L Word, and I watched Queer as Folk with my gay best friend before it was even cool to do so.
So ahead of
I
it.
love the gays.
I mean, who doesn't?
The gays make me look less weird when I'm grabbing tits and ass because
There
I'm
you
I'm a straight person that does it.
You're just a predator, I think.
Yeah, why fucking what is this right here? What is this haterade that just got spilled over in my direction?
I was never a Vonda fan either. I just
Well,
like the
why did
show.
you say I don't like lesbians? You know Melissa Etheridge is my go-to song when singing karaoke.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Melissa
yeah.
I've
Etheridge,
never
man.
been with you at karaoke. We need to do that.
Well, I will sing you tons of Melissa Etheridge, tons of Bonnie Raitt.
What's your go-to?
I'm the only one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not going to mince words about it. I'm a huge Melissa Etheridge fan.
You should be. You should be. And anytime I do the time machine for Josh and any lesbian stuff is mentioned, I use Katie Lang's "Constant Craving."
I also love Katie Lang.
Yeah, you should. You should love. And who's
Yeah.
the one? Who's the other hot lesbian? As I lay me down to that girl.
Oh, I remember
I
that
hope
song.
and pray that you would hold me dear when I'm far away. I whisper. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her
We are
name?
clearly the same age.
What is her name? What is her name?
Do we have like 35?
I've
The-
got it in here. Hold
The
on.
listeners are like, it's so and so. Sophie
Sophie
V.
Hawkins.
Sophie V. Hawkins.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Jinx, you owe me another
Yep,
libation.
You got it.
Fair. Totally fair.
Totally fair. Like, I've paid for them ever. People bring us booze now, and it's a thing that people do.
You know, I thought about it.
Please
as I was
don't ever
driving
don't.
here.
People.
It's like, do I bring something?
I feel
Sure, bring booze.
I feel so bad because people have started bringing gifts. I'm like, why are you doing this?
I just had an image of myself with like a cheap bottle of wine with like a bow around it.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do it.
I'm waiting for the day somebody walks in with a watermelon and they give me the Dirty Dancing line where she's like, I carried a watermelon. That's what I want. That's what I want to happen. So my next black guest should bring me a watermelon.
I have
I think
watermelon
that's-
moonshine in the freezer.
Why isn't it in my mouth?
You didn't ask for it?
I didn't know it was there until just now.
Yeah, she didn't know it was an option.
What kind of a place is this?
Jeez.
You don't tell me the specials. You
terrible.
just expect me to ask
Well,
what the
that's-
specials are?
That's actually not the special.
Yeah. I'm not going to ask you the
That's
specials.
private
You have
reserve.
to tell me the
That's
specials.
private reserve.
Private reserve. It's probably got roofies in it.
That's why it's
Yeah.
private reserve.
Yeah. It's like the
I actually
roofie.
haven't had any.
It's
of
the
it yet.
roofie melon.
We'll have to ask Sandy. She's had some.
Yeah. Next thing you know, she wakes up and her asshole hurts the next morning. Anyway, we're I digress. Moving on. So, have you been to San Diego and done any stand up out there?
I did the Comedy Store in La Jolla. I did like the open mic. And it was, exactly as you expect from a big club, and
Yeah.
the people were very nice, and I thought it worked out fine, but I did have this like everything I've worked for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now we're back to this, which is totally, that's life. I get that.
Yeah.
And it's like you are back to square one, but at the same time, I'm better now than I was. So I don't think it will take me as long.
I know for a fact if I moved to another city that I would eat the biggest amounts of dicks.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen for a while.
I did a
think I'm
bunch
going to have
of-
to make myself just eat those dicks.
Yeah, you fucking swallow them whole.
You know?
I did a couple shows in California when I was out there, and no offense to the areas, but like Dundalk, Frederick, Glen Burnie, they love racist jokes.
Oh, yeah.
I did
absolutely.
I did a Mexican.
Race shit plays
Yes.
so well here.
I did a Mexican joke in Burbank, and you would have thought that I like killed all of their gardeners and fucking maids and shit.
42%.
They were like, they literally crossed their arms in disgust, and I was like, no.
No.
Cool.
Stop
Okay.
talking about our help that way.
I was like, no, okay, cool. They're all bilingual and shit. I'm like, fucking sorry. Lo siento. Fucking, I didn't.
Where'd you go, LA?
Yes, we were in Hollywood, West Hollywood, Los Angeles, Burbank areas. I was visiting my friend, and then I was like, well, I'll hit some fucking mics while I'm
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
And fuck if that didn't. I mean, it went okay because I have a lot of friends that live in California, surprisingly. But the locals were really they were like, oh, she's from the East Coast.
It's
Ew.
tight.
She gets to see all the television shows before the rest of us. And then they were already bitter. They were already bitter because
that does
knowing
make
that-
them
because I
bitter.
fucking knew who won the Grammys and
Yeah.
the Super Bowl
Yeah,
before
that
they
it's
did.
New
Yep.
Year's for you first.
Yeah.
There.
Why don't you fucking eat a dick then? You're the one that moved
Oh.
to the droughty side of the country.
There is
True.
no delay on football.
No, I realized that after I spoke like an
Okay.
idiot.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I did have a lot of ruby red vodka, so. And I ate some of your rice. Thank you for that. Sweet chili sauce. I need to get some. Frank's Red Hut. Shout out.
So good.
Yeah.
Do not. No.
What? I can't plug sweet chili Frank's Red Hot sauce? I put that shit on everything.
As do I.
Dude, I listen to the radio just to hear myself. Isn't that sad?
I think it's completely human.
I'm that asshole that's like listening to herself go, everyone runs on Duncan. Participation may vary. Applicable taxes. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, ha, that was me.
That's me.
I'm like,
oh
ha,
my
ha, ha.
God.
All right, moving on. I want to listen to Taylor Swift.
We need to do some more network.
Well, we got to talk to Oscar.
No. We need to do a promo for somebody else's show
Oh,
on the
yeah.
More Network.
How I listen to Rob and Katie. What? Rob Spiewak is the man.
He's a good guy, even though he blocked me.
He blocked you?
He blocked me.
What the fuck did you do, dude? You're
I
going to be the
asked-
reason I
My
can't get on the
God.
network.
I asked him what microphone they use. I'm
And
just
he
trying
blocked
to
you
build
for
a
that?
That's all I know of.
You're going to be the reason we don't get on this network, Michael. I know it. How many of their kids have you raped? Be honest.
Roughly, like ballpark.
Roughly. Ballpark. Well, he was at the ballpark.
I've
Why
never-
did he block
I've
you?
never been to the ballpark. I have the complete
You've never
conversation
been to
with
what
Rob.
ballpark?
Any of them.
Camden Yards?
The last ballpark I was in has been torn down.
Memorial Stadium?
Ding.
Wow.
What the hell kind of planet do we live
I
on?
love Camden Yards, and I'm such a bullshit baseball fan. I'm so like not good at.
I've
being a
been
baseball fan.
I've been in the basement of Camden Yards.
I can't believe you've never
With
been
a-
to Camden
with a truck.
Yards.
Oh.
You
okay.
cannot be serious.
Camden Yards is beautiful.
It is beautiful, and they have crab
It looks
waffle
lovely.
fries.
They have crab waffle
On television.
fries. It's real.
And if you go to club level, they have cake pops.
Mm.
Ah, it's a lady's
I've
dream
been-
up there. It's a
I've been
phallic
in the
dream.
I've been in the mini Camden Yards.
I don't even know what that is. What's mini Camden Yards?
Cal Ripken Stadium, right up in Aberdeen.
That's not even in the same jurisdiction.
Itty bitty,
That's not
itty
even.
bitty Camden Yards.
God, people don't even know where Aberdeen is.
I have no. I'll be honest. I have no idea where Aberdeen is.
See?
8 years and I cannot get my like suburbs, outer suburbs, small towns. I can't
It's
get
too
any
many
of them
areas
straight.
to remember.
It's too much.
Do you know that Lutherville, Timonium, Cockeysville, that's all the same fucking area, but it's got like 14 names?
I know it's really
Green Spring Avenue runs through
All
Hunt
of
Valley, Lutherville, Cockeysville, Timonium. And it's like a fucking mile and a half long.
Really?
Just saying, it's stupid.
Ever heard of Silver Spring?
Silver Spring, like Maryland?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
There's like 8 or 9 towns in Silver
in
Spring.
Silver Spring.
Oh, I'm aware.
stupid.
You know what
So-
else? You know what else runs through DC, Silver Spring, Virginia, Wheaton, whatever the fuck? Georgia Avenue. It will literally
yeah,
get you
that's
from
true.
one
It's
side
so
to the
long.
other.
Well, like any town, you have a Georgia Avenue, and you have a Martin Luther King Boulevard, and everything has that.
It's just obnoxious.
If you
Why do
want-
we have so many like?
if you want drugs, you go to Martin Luther King Boulevard.
No,
any
or
town.
you just go to
We
your
had a
local
dream.
cook at your local Outback Steakhouse.
That's probably also true.
I don't.
It's probably way
I
more
know.
safe than going to Martin Luther King Boulevard. You just go to the fucking grilled cooks and see what the hell they're scratching about.
Apparently, grocery store guys know about drugs too. I don't. know.
Everybody knows about drugs. I'm the fucking most naive. When my counselor talks about drugs, I look like an idiot. I don't know half the shit. She said something about benzos, and I go, "Well, what is that?" And then she said
You got me.
benzophenylphene, and I'm like, I don't know what the
Oh,
word
right.
was. Right.
Sure.
And I go, I really thought you were talking about like Mercedes Benzes. And she goes, no, when people say benzos, they're talking about these drugs. And I'm like, so even in songs, I thought they were talking about Mercedes Benzes when they're talking about benzos. I have no fucking idea.
You're learning something.
Okay,
now.
good. Now pee in
That's
this cup.
not the shit to learn. That's not the stuff I want to learn. Teach me about something else. Now I feel like a dick because I really did think. Now I'm like, I have to go back and listen to every song I've ever heard.
It would be polite.
Save the time.
It would be polite. Why are we talking about me still? Sorry, moving on. We got to get you tickets to Camden Yards for sure. For sure, bruh. Your favorite places to do comedy locally. Let's talk about that since you're a local comedian.
I am a local.
No longer after July 20th.
It's true, but get the info while it's still accurate.
Yes, you will be this Thursday at the Corner Charcuterie.
Yes.
They just
I
wanted they
will
just
be.
wanted the word cooter in there.
Who?
That's exactly
Where?
why they did
What?
it. It's in Hamden.
Hold
on
on.
the
I
avenue.
do know where that
Hamden,
is.
I know where Hamden is.
Yeah.
Right around the corner where
It is actually right.
I've been
Probably
to the
s-
restaurant.
I could
Yeah.
spit on it.
98 Rock.
I can spit on it from where I work. Yes.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there? What is that?
I don't know.
Why did you say it like you questioned where I work?
You work in Hamden, hon.
I actually work in
You work in like
It's
Woodbury.
Really,
I work in
TV Hill.
it's Hamden.
More or
yeah,
less,
which is
right?
actually in Woodbury.
Yeah.
I need everybody to just
It's not
know that right now.
Medfield.
It actually, yes, Medfield, Woodbury, same area because that's what Baltimore does.
Yeah. There are a lot of places that I I mean, I think correct me if I'm wrong. I think Dylan said this also, but Cellar Door. I love it.
I say that all the time.
I love it.
I actually haven't been over there in a long time.
Yeah. Gang.
So, Talk Moffat, Ryan Nazer, who run that room. Rectum Comedy. If,
Rectum.
just saying, if you want any, didn't even know him. I just genuinely enjoy that
It's just
room.
a great room. It's a great setup. The food isn't terrible,
The food's
which
good.
helps.
It's tight. It's dark. Intimate.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
Yeah. And they
Super.
get people to show up. which
And
is
it's not
amazing.
at 10 o'clock at night.
And it's not at 10 o'clock. It's over an hour from my house, and I'm still home at a decent time.
You could do 40 mics in a night because if you do the Cellar Door, it starts at a decent, normal, functioning adult time.
No, I am such a huge fan. I
Same.
think Zissimo's in Hamden is becoming something.
Mm-hmm.
Not scary, which is great. I would vote Zissimo. I would vote Cellar Door my hands down favorite. I would vote Zissimo's most improved.
Who runs Isamos?
The Charm City Comedy Project.
Who dat?
It's Megan Wills and Keith Beecraft.
I don't know them.
I think they're mostly sketch and improv people. And I don't know exactly how their relationship with Zissimo started, but they have an upstairs, and now it's just Friday and Saturday nights. They sort of create an evening of comedy both nights that's sketch, improv, and stand-up.
Oh,
but
cool.
then every Friday night at 10 or 10:30, there's a stand-up open mic, which is great.
So Friday night, 10:30 open mic at Isamos.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think it's really lovely that they're able to do, and to get some Friday and Saturday night comedy for people that work at 7 a.m. on Monday through Friday is a really,
Oh, trust me, I feel you.
yeah,
I feel you so hard.
right?
Man, I didn't know that. I've seen the flyers and stuff, but there's so much. I'm so out of loop now that I'm just like, it's overwhelming.
Yeah,
It's overwhelming.
it happens.
So Cellar Door's your favorite place to do comedy. Who are your favorite local comedians? If you're not afraid to offend them, but you leave the July 20th, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Oh no, I don't care. It's a thinker. That is a thinker. Who do I love? I love Ben O'Brien. I love Stavros.
Mm-hmm.
I love I love Dylan Meyer.
Yeah, he's good.
His voice is so
Calming.
and
Tranquil.
not voice like, in a non-literal way, like the actual way that he speaks.
Yes.
I find to be
His
very
burrito
compelling.
joke is one of my favorites.
That's a great joke.
It was a good joke.
That's a great joke. I'm a huge Nazer and Talk fan.
Yeah. Good
In
dudes.
general.
Good dudes.
And then I think there are a lot of the younger gang that I've been able to watch in the last year, where I'm like, you got good. Like,
yeah, you did. Yeah,
I
you
woke
put
up
some
one
work
morning
in.
and you
put some work in.
yeah, there was just like a show, and I'm like, oh, Abby Fanara and Colin Baker and
I do like
all
Colin.
those guys. I'm like, oh wow,
Yeah.
we'll dig you.
How do you feel about the old Chris Restivo?
I have like no feelings about this at all.
Yeah,
and I
good.
mean, I'm pretty
You
out
shouldn't.
of it, but
You shouldn't have any feelings about it. Let's move on.
yeah.
Let's talk about, people who were bad at comedy and faked terminal diseases.
Oh,
So how did you feel
where
about...
should we start? Should we go through alphabetically?
Yeah, let's start with the A's. Amanda Tracy. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about somebody faking a terminal disease?
Here's my thought about that. And I do not know this girl at all.
Who really does?
I would not be able
Nobody really does because
Like-
nobody knew she wasn't really dying. We don't know her at
don't.
all.
People know more about her now that she's not.
No, I feel
Yeah,
the same way.
she's a
But
stripper
there is
now.
a part of me that thinks like, if you can commit to faking cancer for however many years this went on and however many people that were close to her that she fooled, I feel like you gotta have a pretty severe mental illness.
And if you could commit to such a drastic, large, something so big, you couldn't commit to like telling one good joke. Like that bothers me.
I actually don't think I've ever seen her.
Like
do
your
comedy,
priorities are really
possible.
jacked if you're committing to a terminal disease and not really.
Yeah, if you have to go through all of that detail, but I guess that's where the story sort of fell.
I
apart,
really
was in the
wish that there was a way to show you her quote unquote webisodes, because when I first learned about her, I watched them at my desk, curious, and immediately was like, oh yeah. This is a whole bunch of I don't know what daddy issues you've got going on, but they're running rampant all over the place.
No, I didn't even know that there were webisodes.
Oh,
Had I known, I would have stalked
There
the
was one
shit
where she
out
like
of that.
lifted up her dress and was like, do you guys think I'm getting fat? My dad said I'm getting fat.
I have heard tell of a lot of dress lifting and what have you.
Well, that's every girl in the comedy business.
Not this gal.
Well, fucking
I have to take
sit
my
over
clothes
there
off
with
for
your
theater,
fucking throne
so-
on. Yeah. Sit over there in your throne, Jessica.
I know.
Some of us lift out dresses too much.
As I say this, my dress is like
I can see your
up to,
vagina.
like,
I can see
around
your
my
vagina,
waist.
and you're like, I don't lift my dress.
I would never.
No, not me.
What kind of glasses do you have on?
What? I can see your vagina.
Alrighty
Look
then.
at you. Just keep your eyes down on that mixer. Don't you be looking at anybody's vagina.
Yes, ma'am.
We got to get on the more network focus.
Focus.
I know. Stop looking at vagina lips. Back it up.
Just back it up.
I know. And have you ever made out with or slept with any local comics?
You know, I'm trying to think, and
Trying to think.
I mean, the list of people that I've made out with and or slept with is not short, but I do.
I love it.
I haven't. I've only sort of been socially in the comedy world for a little while. Like my game until about a year ago was go watch, and then peace and maybe smoke a cigarette. But otherwise, I have friends.
Yeah. I don't doubt that you don't have friends. I like everything about you.
And so I haven't really been in that world on a social level for very long.
Now you can not answer, but if there was one person in the comedy scene that you've kind of been like, ooh, I like hanging out with this person, I crush on them a little bit, could be a girl, a boy, who gives a shit. You're just like, oh, I really like them. I wonder if I had a couple of drinks, would I flirt extra with them?
Yeah. I have a hard time crushing on the male comedians sometimes.
I like where your head's at.
I consider myself a straight lady because vaginas terrify me.
Yeah,
but
they should.
I would
They're like
rip
little
those
fucking fly
glasses
traps.
off Catherine Jessup's face.
Oh my God! Right? Right?
Yeah.
Jazz and Joaquin. I fucking love her.
I fucking love her so
I
much.
love her. Right?
Oh, I am 6 beers away from just tossing her on the
I'm
nearest
one and a
sofa.
half. I'm 1.5 beers away. I'd fucking eat her butthole out. Dad, earmuffs. Man, I do love her. I really do.
And
I just love female comedians. Period. Though, like I just immediately
I agree.
am like,
I do too.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single female comedian that wouldn't turn my head.
Really? Because I could think of plenty.
Maybe I'm editing already down in my head to the ones I already like.
Yeah, you're probably you're like, no other females exist.
No,
Yeah,
just the hot ones.
Man, that's good stuff. I do love me some Kathy.
And I mean,
Jessup.
don't get me. Oh, Kathy Carson.
Yes, I love her
Absolutely.
voice, dude.
That
one
voice,
time, I
can like hear it, and I'm like, "Where's my girl?"
Can I tell you? I don't know if we actually didn't get along very well in the beginning of like our comedy careers, but there was an instance where I've never been to Sidebar ever in my life, and
really,
I went one time with Jeremy Hall because I always worked Monday nights behind the bar. I never had the time.
Yeah.
So one night I have off, I go there. And I'm like staring at this girl's butt. I'm like, man, these are some sweet jeans. Like they're fucking shaping the back part of her leg and her butt like nobody's business. It's fucking Kathy Carson.
Yeah.
So I'm like, of course it is. So I awkwardly the next day on Facebook, I'm like, I know this is gonna sound weird, but what jeans were you wearing? Because they were fucking killing it in the in the butt game for you. And I felt like such a weirdo because I was like, I was staring at your ass all night. I want to know what kind of jeans they were. And she told me, I think they were like Levi's or whatever. Because I definitely was like, I have a huge butt and a big thigh situation, and I was like, these
I'm
things
right
are
there
just
with you.
hugging everything you've got going
Yeah.
on. I wonder if they
Yeah.
make those in a size 10.
I mean, there is a downside and an upside.
I don't see any
to-
downsides. I see none. No whatsoever.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
A little chafing sometimes when it's warm.
Yeah. I fucking man spread. You know why? Because
I
I want to
think
get
that's
arrested. That's why.
I think that's smart. Somebody's gonna sit on you.
Yeah.
You're
well.
gonna be like, great.
Yeah. Go ahead, sit on me. See if I care. You're gonna get a finger up your butt, and you're gonna be regretting that decision real quick because I am not
A
afraid.
credit card swipe.
Yeah. Denied. Denied. Approved. Yeah. That's exactly. That was a Karen joke.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised at how many female comedians I've been like, I would hit that.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't think that a ton of male comedians are super cute, but I don't.
There's not a lot of them.
And I think that's like a self-preservation. That's like an armor.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it easier for me to like talk about sex. It makes it easier for me to
Yeah.
wear whatever I want and think whatever I want and say whatever I want. Is to put that on a little bit.
I tend to think comedians, like male comedians, are more attractive to me when I see them be more vulnerable.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
When
with you.
they put on this like facade or this like fake exterior or this
that
armor.
character, that
Yes, that's when I'm like, I do a lot of this.
Mm.
Like,
who do you think
gross.
is cute?
Who
Who's
do
your
I think
jam?
is cute?
Yeah.
Phew.
Men or
Well,
ladies?
I can tell you who I've slept with, and then you can kind of go with who I think is cute. Who do I think is cute? I definitely think Marco Gonzalez is cute. I just like those overly tattooed dark
yeah,
hair.
That
like,
is totally
that's
your
my
jam.
wheelhouse. Yeah, like Krista Bord is cute.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, he
fucking-
is cute for sure.
Yeah, I just like hey.
Hey.
Wow. He does have a really big penis too, by the way.
He looks like he does. He acts like he
It's-
does.
Yeah, well, he should because it's there. It's fucking, it's ginormous. Yeah, I don't know. Like, who else is cute? Man, what a great question. I don't normally get asked the question, so I'm not prepared for this.
Hey, man, it's just
I
us
know, you fucking
ladies.
start throwing it back at me. I don't know. I don't know who I'm attracted to. Like, stop it. I just can't. I don't know. I'm not really. The thing is the older I get, the less attracted I am to more people.
No, I have my type has
Yeah.
gotten very narrow.
Right, my spectrum is like gone from hey, all these guys are hot to this one is hot.
And I think that's why it's easier for me to say with women because of that vulnerability factor. I think
Yeah.
a little bit. You get there sooner with women. At least I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah. Man, now I'm gonna go home and be like, I should have said this. And I hate living in those situations because I don't ever have a filter. Or anything.
Always
you
next
need to-
week.
You need to have these shows with just like a list of every like most talked about comedian that you can be like.
Oh, the comedian that's
boom.
most talked about on the show, I can tell you right now, are Dave Schofer, and he's not even a comedian,
Yeah,
and Amanda
that doesn't
Tracy,
surprise-
who was also not even a comedian.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Those two people get talked about the most.
That kind of sucks.
Oh, it is what it is, baby girl.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
You're right.
Look, I hate to
Get
break it to you,
Back
but
to radio people in here.
I know. I gotta get fucking. I want Captain Don on the couch for sure. Captain Don Koenig. Here's the thing. I don't watch TV, and I wrote this question down specifically for you because other people's opinions I wouldn't really trust. I don't watch TV, and I'm afraid to commit to any TV show because it'll be an hour to 30 minutes of my life that I've wasted.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's good or
Yeah.
not. If you could recommend a television show to watch to someone who rarely watches TV and you wouldn't be disappointed committing to it, what would you recommend to me?
Now, does it have to be something that's currently on, or just anything you can stream?
Anything that I can get on Netflix or cable television.
Great.
I started watching Frankie and Grace and I love it. I watched every episode.
Great. I am such a huge 30 Rock nerd.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
See, I love Parks and Rec. I love The Office.
And you don't. The last guy I dated was like, I'm a Parks and Rec guy, and I was like, get the fuck out of this bed.
Yeah. After you fucked
and
me, though.
I love Parks and Rec. I love Parks and Rec. But
I
I think
cou- I
it's
tried
just
to-
a more that surprises me only because I think 30 Rock has like more of an acerbic, like it's saltier.
Everyone
Parks and
tells me that they're surprised that I don't like it. They're surprised that I'm not obsessed with it. I actually love Tina Fey's new show.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Kimmy Schmidt.
Which is funny as shit.
I fucking love that show.
I think it's a great show.
Yeah. The
But
Unbreakable
it
Kimmy
has
Schmidt.
more of a Parks and Rec sensibility.
Yeah, and it's
That's interesting.
I don't know what it is about 30 Rock.
It doesn't surprise me when people don't like 30 Rock because I get it's pretty niche. And that makes
and
total
it
sense
makes
to
me feel like I'm missing out because I should be able to enjoy it.
do what you like.
Yeah, I do what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Better cook me dinner and then sex. He just really enjoys. He's always. He's just. Do you remember when we opened the show and he goes, "Oh, you got to get your soundboard up." How I haven't touched it once.
That's so true. You haven't.
And he's fucking over there running his soundboard like.
But you're talking. I'm just sitting here. Moving
Yeah. So why do
faders.
you even care if my soundboard is up? You've got that shit covered over there.
Yeah.
Because when you want it, you will want it.
Yeah.
Denied.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It took me 10 minutes to get there.
Oh my god.
Okay. So 30 Rock, and then what else if I've already tried that one?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm not super good at what's on right now.
Oh, don't worry. I've never seen one episode of The Wire. That's in my queue.
Oh.
You would think that I lived here or something.
God, what am I watching?
It's okay. We can come back to it.
Yeah, come back to it. Oh, actually, you know what I watched the last time I was sick that I was like, this is surprisingly humorous that I just never gave any thought to is Raising Hope.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
It surprised me. I don't know, I was pleasantly surprised. I haven't seen them all. But it was a great I have the flu. I can't move.
Right.
I have one ice pack on my neck and one on my crotch.
Yeah.
And
that's actually not the flu, that's herpes.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
And
But
I just need to,
whatever. Misdiagnosis, it happens all the time. Do you watch Modern Family?
I don't. I can't stand Modern Family.
Really?
I think that the second and third act of each episode is in reverse. I think it's switched.
See, I like the sister.
Phil's
Phil's wife, Claire.
Yeah.
She's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I'm like,
she's super type A, right? She's
yes, and every fucking time I watch that show, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's me. And if I had 3
Really?
kids, that would
that
fucking
would
be
so
me.
be you.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And then whenever my husband does something stupid, I would look at a camera and do this. I look at her and I'm like, oh my God, I am Claire.
I think Ty Burrell is super talented. The husband.
Yes.
He's super talented.
He's so right. But he's nerdy and he wants to be cool and he's
those takes to the camera are,
dude.
Those are pretty.
I know, and it's so funny because Sofia Vergara is everyone's like, oh, haha, she's amazing, so funny, so beautiful. I'm like, she's like the least favorite character on the show.
No, that I totally agree with.
So glad that you're on this couch. So glad that we're doing this.
I know, me too.
Thanks for making time for us.
Oh my God.
And thanks for driving up to Narnia for us.
Oh my God. For you guys.
So you say vaginas terrify you. So are you? You're straight. Definitely straight.
I'm straight. I am straight.
You're not selling me that face. Is like, nah, I'm straight. I guess.
I mean, I'm not make out straight.
Okay.
But I am sex straight, and I'm definitely.
Look,
yeah.
I like everything you're putting on the table right now.
Yeah.
So
I'm below the waist, straight as it gets.
When's the last time you were in a relationship?
Probably a few months ago. It wasn't a super long one.
How did you meet? Tell me everything.
We met online. That was my first
match. Tinder, OK
online,
Cupid, Plenty of
OK
Fish.
Cube.
Okay.
And it was my first online relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And we have never actually met. No, I'm just kidding.
You got catfished, and it was my dad.
Yeah, it wasn't. I have a hard time with serious relationships.
Yeah, you should, because they suck.
They suck. I have a lot of 3 to 6 month relationships.
Yeah.
Where it's just we're serious. Okay, fuck you, get out. That's.
I see. I shouldn't say that serious relationships suck, but everyone. Yes, I agree. Everyone makes them suck for you.
Yeah.
Because you're we've been together a year, 2 years. I was with my ex-boyfriend for 6 years. And if I had to hear one more fucking time, about if we're getting a house or if we're getting married or are you gonna have kids, blah, 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 blah. It was why do other people want to make it suck for you? What is that? Butt out.
Yeah.
Butt the fuck out. Shut your dirty whore mouths.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Oh, you're not any fun anymore.
It is the lifelong...
You don't know that. You don't see me in my bedroom. I'm a fucking hoot.
It is the lifelong equivalent of being at a graduation party.
Yes.
Where people are like, what are your plans for the fall?
What are you gonna do? Are you an internship?
Eat my dick. I don't know.
I know so and so. Here's my business card. I have a couple of friends. I can do this for you.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, and I think it's more of like societal pressure than it is your own fuck. You're just like, what? We're living the dream right now.
And
we fucking down a 30 pack and we bang and it's amazing.
And
then
it's great.
We eat carbs in the morning.
I would love to love being in a relationship more than I do.
Yeah,
but
it'll
I have
happen.
a really hard
I think
time
it'll
for
happen.
it.
You're not ready. You're
not ready.
You're not ready.
I mean, gotta shop this around town.
Yeah,
you
fucking doy. Yeah, if that shit's not on display, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Big rack and dimples. So you don't even need to fucking big rack dimples vagina.
That's my Twitter
sold.
handle.
Yeah,
big rack dimples vagina.
Yeah, and it's like BR dimp veg. That's exactly what it says. Why do I talk? I don't know. When's the last time you had sexual relations?
The last time I had sexual relations was probably a few weeks ago.
Ooh, so it was like, hey, I'm not busy later, and they drunk text you. La la la.
It was not that dissimilar to what you've just described.
Yes. How many times I've drunk texted people, and then in the morning I've been like, no, I didn't mean that.
But you know what
I passed
this is
out.
what I've decided to. I now masturbate before I text.
Yeah, I enjoyed your status.
I think, and it works beyond just sex. Like if somebody at work or if there's something you have to do where someone's like, can you do this for me? And like my immediate response is like, I get like red hot face and I'm like, fuck you. The first thing I'm like,
I better rub one out.
And then it's like the calm. It's like, I would be happy to go to the post office.
That was easy.
Yeah.
See, meanwhile, I'm like, I don't want to look at my phone now. I just want to enjoy this nice little euphoria that I put myself into.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like putting my underwear back on. So I will answer your text tomorrow.
Right. How do you masturbate?
How do I?
Yeah, like what's your prep?
My position?
Yeah.
I like to lay down on the bed because I don't know how anybody masturbates in a shower. I
don't either.
You're brilliant if you do,
I don't
or you're in
either.
the army and you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
How do you relax in there?
No.
You're standing up. All your muscles are like contorting to like.
No.
If you're a girl, you're like figuring it all out. You're like a wing. Your wings are out.
What is the matter with you?
If you have one of those old people steps,
Yeah.
that you can get
Yeah.
another angle.
No,
on, but
I need
otherwise,
to be in a very relaxed state.
I agree.
So if
I
I'm
agree.
not laying down, then I'm not enjoying it.
No, I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah, but like sexually, I can do it like in many positions because there's another person that's like getting me to this place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to like
And
mentally
you're
focus.
dealing with an entirely
Yeah, so yeah, I can't have to be just chilling out, relaxed, laying on my back, a little red tube.
I often masturbate on my stomach.
How do you do that? Aren't you like laying on your hands? Like, how do you? Is it just
Yeah,
you're
but
going
I mean,
from like the
you
backside?
know why? Because I actually
Dad, I
have,
hope you've tuned out by now.
and I have a sort of an affection for good old fashioned missionary sex, and so I like the weight of the bed, or whatever.
Ooh,
Again,
I
like
see where your
that
head's
it
at.
mimics that for me
Yeah.
as much as something can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
okay.
not like humping the bed, like I'm still using my hands.
No,
but-
I totes agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I actually like doggy style,
yeah, me too.
but I mean, I don't
there's
masturbate
no
that way.
No,
That's
there's
weird.
No, that sounds crazy.
Like I would literally have the biggest triceps on the planet if that were the case. But
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
my face would be smashed into a pillow because I need two hands.
Yep.
I can't one hand it.
Oh no.
If you one hand it, you're not doing it right, and
No,
you've
I
never had an
totally agree.
orgasm. Okay,
I totally
girls under
agree.
20, figure it out. I just don't.
You got to try things. I mean, it's just like with anything else. You have to.
Yeah, you got to
try
figure it
some
all out.
things.
I
Yeah.
hate when I was growing up. I hated when girls were
I
like.
love this show.
I hate it when girls are growing up. They're like, I don't know, I've never had an orgasm. Well, you have to figure it out on your own because how are you going to tell somebody else how to give you
What
one?
you like, if you,
Right.
yeah.
And then
couldn't
every
agree
girl's
more.
thinking, no, I would never do that. Never masturbate. And I'm like, God, you're gonna be so boring in bed. Why don't you just go join a convent now, so I can get out of here?
It's time.
Yeah, go marry God.
Yep.
Be one with God
Jesus.
because you suck, and you're gonna be the worst lay. And then you're gonna be into material things because you're a horrible lay, and you can only be hot. So go away. I mean, no offense to all my friends, but when you're hot, girls definitely don't put the work in. I've noticed.
No, I agree. There's a shelf life on hot. There is
Yeah.
a longer shelf life on
Yeah.
being
Yeah, but
positive in bed.
Could you imagine like the beast you could be if you were hot and completely sexual? Why don't you get off your lazy fucking asses, hot girls, okay? Figure it out.
Come on.
Come on.
You just got to put
Literally,
a little
come
legwork
on.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you
Do
watch
a little research.
I don't watch porn. Ew. I don't want to do that.
And I used to be a not porn person because I don't like assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that porn, or the porn that I was being exposed to,
Had a
was
bunch of buttholes
very
in
asshole heavy.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're that cool to look at.
Yeah.
Um,
But your partner's like constantly looking at it because it's literally within like 2 millimeters away from the
constantly.
Yeah. So
constantly.
it's you can't
And
escape it.
Considering how terrified straight dudes are of being considered gay, their porn should have less butthole in it.
Yeah.
Like,
The thing is I think they're afraid of it, but then when you get them behind closed doors, it's like, meh, I'm interested in trying all of these things out.
if you won't sleep in a bed with another man, like on a road trip or something, to save some scratch on a motel,
Yeah.
but all your porn is just buttholes,
Yeah.
I have no respect for that.
Yeah. I don't blame you. That's why you'll never know all the porn that people watch. There's incognito mode, and then things
true.
get real weird.
And then things get real
in
weird.
dark corners.
People
and
have
then
some real weird.
There's a small
preferences.
fire and a midget in the corner, and then things get all crazy.
Yeah.
What'd you do with those rose bushes? Don't you fucking ask
Don't.
questions.
Don't
Don't.
water them.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I needed that neosporin for other things. Oh, God, we were so weird, and I enjoy every minute of it. This is one of the best. This is one of the best times I've had.
This is a blast.
good
we
one.
can go. We
Can
can
you
go
come back
forever.
next Tuesday?
Absolutely. For you.
So I had down here to talk about your day job, but I don't care anymore because this is
That's
way
fine.
more fun.
That's fine.
So,
Let's talk about sex and weird stuff. And
what's the weirdest thing a dude's
You
ever asked?
promised a conversation about vaginas.
I did.
You're
I
right.
fucking.
we've
I hit.
already
You-
brought
And,
Got it.
and I deliver.
You
Pun
delivered.
intended. Haha. So, what's the weirdest thing anybody's ever asked you to do in the boudoir?
Oh, that's interesting. The weirdest thing. I've had dudes ask me to have threesomes with friends of mine that are very close friends, and that's not like a weird like dress up in a suit or anything like that, but and that they don't understand that I would rather do that with if we're gonna do that, we're gonna go stranger.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna go.
We're not gonna get what somebody have to look at all the
Yeah.
time and share
And I've
appetizers
had
with.
more than one guy be like, you wouldn't rather do that with someone that you
No.
trust?
Nope.
And I'm like, of
Mm-mm, no.
course not. This is my friend, this is my coworker, this is my classmate.
Yeah.
Like there's no fucking
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Nope. Mm-mm.
No. And
No.
so that always, it struck me more weird that they didn't get why not than that they asked.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. My rule is any man that I'm with, if they bring up having a threesome, like, oh, let's bring in another girl, I'm like, I'm on board. If we can eventually have a threesome where we bring in
Bring in
another guy.
another dude, yeah.
And immediately it's like, oh,
Shut it
no,
down.
no way.
That's
nope. And I'm like, well, then
Fuck
no eye for an eye, no tit for tat, then we're not doing it.
Yeah.
If you can't give me what I want, then I'm not giving you what you want.
I absolutely.
So, needless
I'm
to
on board
say,
with
I've
that.
never had a threesome
Yeah.
because nobody's on board with my my compromise.
Yeah. I watching having a threesome, having a 2-dude threesome is something that I've been thinking more and more about. And
Oh, that's all in my search bar. That's all I look for is double penetration porn, Manuel Ferrara.
yeah.
It is like top notch. RedTube already is like, look, we know what you're looking for.
All right, calm down. We will autofill
All right.
this for
yeah,
you,
we
Wendy.
got it. We got it.
Jesus.
Townsend, put a lock on it. Yeah, they already know what I'm looking for. Yeah, gets real weird in the bedroom there.
Yeah.
My poor dad.
started
I hope
thinking
you don't
about
listen to
it.
the show.
Oh, Dad. I hope my
He's
dad
probably
doesn't
like-
listen to the show.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
My dad still calls bras undershirts.
Undershirts? What do you mean still? Nobody ever calls them that.
Well, like as in when I was like 11 and I switched
Yeah.
from wearing an undershirt to a bra.
I had a sports bra Sige for like 2 years before I went to real
Yeah.
bras.
Yeah, I guess I did too. Yeah. That's the That's the graduation, I think.
Yeah.
And that's not entirely true.
You know
about
what it
my
makes
father.
me
He's not quite
feel?
that
It
pretty.
makes me feel like being a middle school teacher has got to be the worst thing on the planet. Because you're watching every single one of your
No.
students go through a should they be wearing a bra
Yeah,
phase
should-
or should they
Do I have
be
to tell them they need
deodorant phase,
Yeah.
right? I need
That
to talk
kid
to
has
that.
a boner.
Right? Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Can you please possibly figure out how to use a tampon in a pad phase? It's like
No.
middle school. I would just be like, no,
No,
I'm
terrible.
teaching elementary
And you
kids or seniors in high school.
Yeah. You watch them, a year ago, they were like a cute 10-year-old.
Yeah, and now
like,
you're watching them realize that this is the only thing they can focus on, and their grades are going to plummet.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
What a weird fucking little
terrible.
phase that is. Although my 8th grade year after I'd already got my period and I was like, whatever, boys are all right looking, I guess.
Yeah.
Then I started to get like really focused on school. After I like went through the phase, I was like, all right, fucking, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let's hit the
I've
books.
seen what needs to be seen.
Yeah.
I know what I need
I got a
to
sports bra on. I know how to use a pad. Let's just
We're
fucking
good.
let's get an A. Let's get an A. Man, it's so weird. Ooh, middle school teachers, why do you do that to yourself? I don't know.
It sounds like a nightmare.
I would die. I would be like, so, your mom buy any bras for Christmas? Because that's all you needed. You didn't need the Game Boy. Although they'd be like, what's a Game Boy?
I know. That's the first thing I thought of.
You fucking
Game Boy.
outdated whore. Why is your dress so short, Miss Townsend? Why? Why do you give a fuck? Because science teacher down the hall is hot as shit. Sorry, that's weird. I went to like a weird place there.
You did, but I was, I enjoyed watching it.
Whatever. Hot
listening to it.
teachers were around. That's what they did. They were around. I actually remember in my high school being there a lot of hot female teachers. All the dudes were like, oh my God, so-and-so, Miss so-and-so.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, there's nothing around here. This is the old sausage fest.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
schools are.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. It's stupid, though.
It is stupid. God. Where are the hot male teachers? Where you at? Where you at, hot
Show
male teachers?
yourselves.
They're all like, well, I'm listening to Wedding and Friends on a Tuesday night. You didn't know? I'm
That's
sitting,
not what all of us
I'm
are doing.
sitting at home listening to a podcast.
I wouldn't call myself hot, per se.
Yeah. I mean, I did have my fair share with the ladies. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to eat. Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Yeah, samesies. I just realized I was excited to eat.
We're
We're talking about sausages, and then I was
my
like,
entire
really
day,
hungry.
I'm like, what am I going to eat next, though?
Yeah. My drawer
absolutely-
at work is like a big snack machine. You open it and it's like a euphoria of snacks. You're just like, oh, do I want peanut butter crackers? Do I want a banana?
The
Do I
only
want a
reason
granola
why
bar?
I save food, like at restaurants, is so that I have it to look forward to again.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't even know why I don't know how you save the food. I eat everything, and then I'm like, yes, I'll have dessert.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
14 after dinner cocktails. Less tail, more cock. What are you even thinking?
God, I love food so much. It's ridiculous.
I know.
Somebody brought this up the other day. Would you give up cheese or oral sex?
Oral sex?
Yeah. That's what every woman that was posed this question, that's what they said.
Yeah.
I
Why?
haven't asked a man yet. Would you give up cheese or oral sex?
Cheese easily.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, because he's a dude.
Yeah.
A
I
dude,
just- I just
dude who
wanted to
doesn't like
see-
cheese.
If it was 100%.
Yeah.
And so far, 100%.
I mean, we rarely participate in the oral because it's like, we're trying to get it done with a quickness.
Yeah.
We're very busy individuals.
And oral
Only-
sex, like,
yeah.
when it's good, it's great.
But
And when
it's time
not,
consuming.
It's awkward and
Yeah.
you don't know what to say. Now, if somebody gives me a bad cheese, I will eat that cheese with a smile.
Yeah, you scrape off the mold and you're like, whatever, it's going on my
Whatever.
burger. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
Men, all men, there's no such thing as bad sex. It's like pizza. It's
Yeah.
really, even when it's bad, it's still pretty good. I'm like, yeah, because you're a fucking guy.
Yeah.
For
If your
women,
dick is wet,
yeah,
you're happy.
for women, bad sex is nothing like pizza because it's like a burnt piece of pizza that's going to ruin your taste of pizza for the rest of your life.
It's like a pizza just ramming
It
itself
burned the roof
into
on my
you.
mouth.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like they're just like, oh, there's this thing as bad sex. I'm like, for a guy, because you can still get off, but for a girl, it's like, wow, I wasted a number, I wasted my time, I got involved, I didn't even know if it was in there or not. We're not sure. You did nothing for me. Why did I waste all of this time?
I laughed at like several things that were not that funny.
Yeah, I pretended that things that you did were cute when I was literally like cutting my wrists about it because who the fuck sucks their teeth through an entire fucking dinner? What did you eat, popcorn? I don't remember there being popcorn on your plate.
I may have even gone so far as to watch you
Yeah.
play a video game.
I fucking
that.
shaved my vagina for this. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Out of your
You're out of your mind.
mind.
Yeah. So upset. I'm so upset. So yeah,
And
definitely
believe it or
oral
not,
sex.
alcohol did not play a role.
It always plays a role.
It always plays
Yeah.
Had to get him in.
It always plays a role. Bob Saget always gets it in. Ayo. This is how I talk. This is
I
why
think it's
can't-
great.
this is why I can't friends.
She does.
There is a charm about this whole setup that is just lovely. No, it really is.
You stop it. You
I
stop
got
it.
the couch. I got my little drink. I got
Look,
you know.
we just like to loosen you up a little bit.
Yeah.
We like to loosen it up. Maybe,
Giant poster of Wendy on the wall.
Yeah, get your
Giant poster of Wendy in the wall.
Maybe
so
get
it's
your
just
lips
like
a
my
little.
room.
Maybe get
which
your
is
little
great.
lips loose. What? What's wrong with narcissism? Why is it said in
No, I
such a
think
Not a
awesome.
damn
Why
thing.
is it said in
Oh,
such
I
a
have-
negative
I
tone?
have my posters and single carrot shit and all that shit all over my walls. That's
Here's my thing. We're all comedians, okay? We're public figures. You know, we're always in front of audiences. Like,
yeah,
we're seeking the affirmation. We're doing this for a reason.
yeah. Claps and laughs,
Can't have
baby.
a goddamn post for myself over here.
As soon as this thing gets colorized, it's going on the wall where everybody can see it.
Yeah, like
Look at that dress,
yeah,
Mama.
That is a sweet dress, and it's actually coral colored. It's very bright in real life. It is a very
It's a
hot.
great dress.
You stop it. I put self tanner on to wear that dress.
Sadly, that picture was black and white from the start.
I know. I've seen that picture on like promo shit for your shows and stuff. and
Yeah,
yeah.
you
I've always been
know.
like, that's such a cute dress.
You stop.
Mm.
It is.
Good
I
to
really do love that. I
The
do
truth.
love that dress. I do. And then I tan up my legs with a little self tanner, and then I lie and say I went tanning to be in that dress. And then I talk about farting in a tanning bed. That's just where I go with it.
That's good. That's good. You gotta have your setup.
Well, I actually used to go tanning, and then there's like 800,000% sales tax on tanning now, so it's like what a waste. I'd rather just squeeze on a tube of self tanner and then call it a day.
Call it a day.
You have naturally.
It works for strippers.
I do.
You have
I'm-
naturally olive
Naturally.
skin because you're half black.
It's so true about me.
Yeah, so you can eat a big dick.
Yeah.
Fucking being already gorgeous, and I'm using chemicals
Yeah,
rubbed all
not
over
like
my skin.
Troll Wendy Townsend, human troll.
Yeah, I have a nightmare. When people see me, without this wig and my fake eyelashes. Okay, and then I put my arm back into place, and then I
Crack it
stop.
back
Right?
in.
Yeah, they're just like, "Oh my god, what a nightmare!"
and her boob inserts.
Yeah, well, yeah, these actually are. Feel this. This is fucking good.
That's like a.
You should push
that's
that.
It's
like a
all
solid-
nipples. It's
You
all
know, I
nipples. She tells
actually-
me.
This is so much sponge in here.
I have to wear something with shape too. Like I'm fine with the size of my boobs, but one is way bigger than the other, and I don't like that. So
Yeah.
I like a little shape to make them appear normal in any way,
I
shape,
just-
or form.
If I got caught in a rainstorm, this thing is fucking falling down. It's like so much sponge and like cotton and like squish in there that it just soaks up any liquid. That's why I hate to sweat, because it collects like right here.
Oh yeah.
Very heavy, and then I'm like, why do I have back pain? Oh, because your bra's full of water. It's awful. Little A cups, and they like stick out like little cones, like the 1970s
Oh, yeah,
like cone
totally.
boobs. That's what they look like in there.
It's the Madonna look.
No, because even those cones
No.
were pretty big.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Is that what I
weren't
sounded like?
hers.
Just in that one instance.
Well, she was like rubbing them like this, like erotic, erotic. Put your hands all over my body. Whatever, best Madonna song ever.
Yeah, it's up there.
It is up there. Although I listened to "Crazy for You" today at my desk. When you have to like YouTube 80s songs, or old songs, I always see like the bar on the side where it's like, oh, you may also want to listen
and
to
then
this.
you're like, okay.
And I'm like, well, let me click on that. I haven't heard that in years.
I
Like
do
today
the same
we got clips of my baby takes the morning train. Right. So of course I see all the songs on the side. I'm like, well, let me click that. I'm gonna click that. And then I'm like, oh well, let me click this because my favorite Prince song is
Yeah, what's your favorite?
with the one with Sheena Easton, "You've Got the Look."
Oh yeah.
So of course that was on the sidebar because Sheena Easton sang that song, and I was like, well,
Yeah. Oh,
I'm like,
that's right.
and I'm like, well, let me click on this. So I click on that, and then I'm like, "Crazy for You, Madonna." Oh,
Oh,
click on
we
that.
are totally clicking on
Yeah.
that.
So I'm like, well, I'm at my desk like, reading articles, and I'm like, crazy for you. Ba, 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 ba.
Which was also in a movie.
Yeah, it was a movie. There was like figments of the movie like going on, like little clips of it. Slowly now we begin to move. Every death.
Every
breath?
death.
I meant
Yeah.
breath and then deeper. But no, I was like literally at my desk with one earbud out because if anybody came by while I was singing, I'd be like, what? Nothing to see here. And then all day long, everybody kept singing Morning Train because it was in everyone's head.
Oh yeah, of course. It's already in my head.
Yeah. Every clip, like, and even when he was just kidding, he would hit the button and he'd be like, my baby takes the. That was awful. It's all of us just walking around singing it all morning. I'm like, is this a rock radio station? Just checking.
Just checking.
Just checking.
That's when he comes out,
A
you
catchy
smack
tune
the
is
shit
a
out of
catchy
him.
tune.
A catchy tune is a catchy tune. I agree with you. My favorite song of all time is Sugar Sugar by the Archies.
Sugar Sugar is a great song.
I
will
hands down
defend that
favorite,
choice.
number one of all time.
You know, my favorite song is probably from that same. Run Around Sue might be my favorite song. I love that fucking
Bop
song.
bop bop bop. Hey, yeah, I love that. Oh,
Yep, I love that song.
Oh, yeah, that's a good tune.
Na, na, na.
Yeah,
Yep.
good
It's
tune.
a great song.
She likes to travel around.
Just singing. Fucking Run
Well,
Around Sue.
go back to the Big Time in Comedy episode where Stefan Sabatic and I were really drunk, and then we decided to just sing nothing but doo-wop.
Oh, I love doo-wop, Motown. That's
Oh, yeah.
my shit. And
I grew up listening to QSR, but you've only been in the state for 8 years, so
Yeah,
you're not familiar.
no.
But it was a Golden Oldies radio station.
ours was Cool 105.
Cool 105.
Yeah, you bet.
Ours
Cool.
was WQSR, Golden Oldies.
Oldies radio.
Oh, yeah, with the Steve Rouse and Company in the morning.
Poor Steve.
Why poor Steve? He fucking raises chickens now. He loves his life.
He was
Oh,
killed by the format change.
Was he? Because he's been asked to come back millions of times and he doesn't leave his house. But no, please tell me about that poor guy who
Come
gets
back to
free
where?
eggs all day.
Come back to where?
who gets a free eggs all day? Is it not all worth it?
Yeah.
Actually, I love eggs. I would eat 10 million
Yeah,
eggs. a
so
day.
fucking hard boil that shit, scramble them, sunny side up, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck you want. You have chickens at your
Quiche.
house.
Frittata.
Yeah. Shut up! French toast! I don't feel sorry for you!
What I love about this is that we're just hanging out. right
Yeah,
now.
we're just riffing off one another. This is what would happen if we were at a bar for happy hour.
Absolutely.
And then men would walk by and they'd be like, oh, that's too intimidating of a situation.
Isn't
Abort mission.
They
Isn't
are
that really
so
what this show always ends
Loud.
up being?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
but this is my first time here, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Welcome
I don't
aboard.
know from anything.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Choo choo.
Oh, you didn't listen to any?
She listened to two.
I
She did
listened
some
to two,
research.
but I-
You
See?
know how many people have sat on this couch that I'm like, oh, have you ever listened to the show? And they're like, no. And then I realize
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I made the biggest mistake of booking you.
No, that's my theater background, being like, oh, you're auditioning. Did you read the play? It's at the library. Did you read the play? Did you read the play? Did you read the play? Fuck yes,
Yeah.
I read the play. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
No, I didn't read the
Always
play. I
research.
watched it in an 8th grade field trip and I fell asleep half the time, okay? But I know what we're talking about. I get the gist. Jeez. So when's the last time you were in a play? Do you perform in plays?
Yeah, I was in a show in, I closed in February, I think.
February?
Yeah. February. Yeah, I've been doing, in my first couple years here, I did like 4 or 5 shows a year, and now I do like 2.
Give me like your most noted performance.
I get
Like-
recognized a lot for playing a transsexual prostitute and for playing a chicken.
I'm sorry, one more time. A transsexual prostitute and a chicken.
Yeah, 2 separate characters.
I was hoping it was at the same time.
But, you know, they had some things in common. Both costumes built for my body.
Well, you definitely take on that like supermodel Amazon woman tall factor.
I will say that both of those shows were designed
7
by
foot tall.
It's
When
true.
I know when you walked in the back door, I was like, oh, I forgot how tall you were. Because I'm always in heels at shows.
Yeah, that's true. You wear heels a lot. And I don't usually, but I went and did a thing today.
Dude, I am always in heels, and I'm not kidding you, for like the first year and a half. And then when I did a show in my like little boots, my flat boots at high tops, everyone was like,
Oh my god, you're tiny.
they were like, I didn't
What
realize
happened to Wendy?
I didn't realize how short you were. And I
Yeah.
was like, what do you think that people just come with like 6-inch heels on? Like that just came that way. I came out of the womb with 6-inch heels
Yeah,
on.
you rock the heels that are like sky high.
Yeah, I do.
That's awesome.
I just love them.
One of the queens of shoe porn.
I do love me some shoes. It's bad.
Hey man, I love shoes.
Yeah. I can't help it. If it pops out, I'm like, well, I need that in my life.
I need it.
I do. There's not even enough room. I moved into a place that has a lot of closet space and a lot of rooms, and there's not even enough room for my shoes.
You ran out of room for shoes?
They're lining each closet in each room, and we actually have a room that's a changing room with wardrobes and a closet, and there's not enough room in there for my shoes.
overflowing.
Yeah, it's pretty
Dude,
bad.
a lady with a
I know a
solid shoe
carpenter if you need to
collection.
build more
It's-
closets.
Dude, it's bad. It's bad. It is really bad. I'm going to show you a photo
Oh, nice.
of one of the wardrobes that
Share your shoes.
I'm just showing her a photo just to give her a gist of like
Dude,
how-
I love shoes.
it's a bad sidge. Let me see. Okay, so this is my wardrobe, and it's got 2 levels of shoes, but the entire room is layered, and then there's 2 other closets in 2 other rooms that they're just like lining
my God.
the walls.
That's kind of incredible.
it's
me
it's
look
too
at this.
much. It's too
Make
much.
sure you post these later because you did that last time you moved.
That's kind of amazing, actually.
I have those pictures.
What are my shoes?
And you like
One simple shelf.
you like a round toe and like a platform.
Yes, I
Yeah.
prefer.
You have like a shoe type.
yeah, and like a peep toe. I'll do. I have
Stripper
open toes.
shoes.
I actually have like non-platforms. I wore a pair Saturday night, and I love them. They're like they're checkered.
They were cool.
Yeah, they're checkered and they're open toe, and like it's just here's the thing, they have to pop out at me.
Yeah.
Like my favorite brands.
That they did.
Yeah, my favorite brands are Iron Fist and like Iron Fist.
All right.
Yes,
That's my next
dude.
research.
Like dragons,
project.
skeletons, hand
Oh,
painted
that's awesome.
shoes.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and I has to pop. Like I'll wear all black if my shoes fucking on
Yeah.
fleek. I would just be
That's
like,
why I like shoes so much.
yeah,
Is that you can wear jeans or whatever and then be like, oh shit, I have a show. Oh shit, I have a date. Oh shit, I have a meeting that
Yeah.
I have to look a certain way for. All you have to do is change your shoes, and
Do
you're
you have
amazing.
shoes in your trunk?
Do I have shoes? I actually am not driving my own car.
ooh,
Here,
whose
so.
car are you driving?
Do you
I
have
know.
shoes in your own trunk?
Oh yeah,
How do
and
you know?
clothes and like all kinds of crazy shit.
You want to know what I have in my car right now?
What?
Posters of myself.
Nice.
I have tons of comedy posters that are wrapped in circles because I had to move and I didn't take them out yet.
Yeah.
So if you open my car, you'd be like, "Oh my god,
Oh
she's
Jesus,
she's
Wendy.
fucking gross." Yeah,
I didn't know you had posters. I wouldn't have got that.
they're comedy posters though.
The-
They're. How about I'll just?
But that's like a comedy. That's like a promo, but that's not like a venue poster.
yeah, it's literally like comedy night at such and such
Yeah.
with these other 4 people on the poster.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, you'll
I mean,
get
if you
one.
want them, you can have them. They're just sitting in my car, dying.
Just dying.
They're dying.
I was
You'll
thinking about
find
this
room.
on the way up. I was trying to like. I knew you would ask me who my favorite comedians were.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite local comedians, and I got in this whole like conversation with myself about hosting because I'm a terrible host. I can't host for shit.
Uh huh.
And I realized I have like an entirely separate list of who the best hosts are. That I mean, they all have to be great comedians,
Right, and
but it's a totally different skill.
Some people, yes, some people definitely don't realize it's like your job. Even if you're eating a dick, it's your job to keep them pumped, keep
Yeah.
them clapping,
Yeah.
screaming the woohoos,
Yeah.
screaming the next person that's coming
And knowing
up.
exactly how much material you should do
Yeah.
based on like that's
Yeah, if you do a whole set in between the comics, I already hate you.
fuck you.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck all of you.
Yeah.
So give me your list of favorite hosts.
I mean, I think she's an incredible comedian too, but I think Natalie McGill is the best host.
Yeah, she's cute.
Around.
I
She's super
like her.
cute. She's sharp as shit.
If you're gonna be sharp, you better be sharp as shit.
Sharp as shit. And I was thinking about how she's sort of nailed that pattern
Yeah.
of like, yeah, I'll do my thing and then I'll introduce some people and then should the mood strike and the room be ripe for it, here's a little something extra.
Yeah, I like
just
that.
for you.
Just a little like that. How about this? You like that? A little taste of that. Put your mouth on that. See if
Yeah.
you like it. See if you like it. Who else?
Delightful. I mean, I think Mark Joyner's doing a great job at Sidebar. I think he's doing quite well with that.
Good. Good. I like where we're going. I
I
like,
like
things I
where
hear.
we're going.
I like things I can hear here. Mm-hmm.
Hosts. I don't know if I've seen.
Hose. Hose. I got a list of those too.
Well, this will work for that too, because I don't know if I've actually seen Robert Andrew host, but I imagine he's very good at it.
I don't think I've seen him host either.
Because he can turn a room around really fast.
He can also turn men around, I've heard. Really fast.
I bet. With those eyes.
Those hips.
He hit on Oscar.
He hit on Oscar?
Yes, he did.
Was Oscar awkward?
Uh-huh.
Of course he was. The most homophobic people are the ones that end up being homosexuals. But don't let me tell you how history works.
But don't take my word for it.
Just turn on the television and do some research.
Yep.
I don't know if you know what Google is, but use it. Don't hang out with a Hitler. He's a bad egg. I know.
It was good in the beginning.
I hate to even end this period of awesomeness.
I know.
Why?
It's a damn shame.
We're at like $1.20 right now.
So?
Hour 20.
No, not really.
What are we at?
$1.08.
Oh, I was 12 minutes off, Jessica.
Oh my God.
God forbid. You know what? I'm gonna die
Oh
now.
my
I'm just.
It's all gonna unravel.
Are you in a hurry? Are you going somewhere?
You know, I do have to drive all the way to Ellicott City
All
now.
the way to Ellicott City.
And I get up at 3:30, unlike everybody else in the room.
That's totally true. I don't get it.
Look at the fucking dick face I just got from you. Like, you gotta, you guys, you gotta.
What the
What do you gotta do? You gotta
fuck?
go somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, to bed. You asshole. God.
Oliver is waiting.
Yeah, I'm not leaving here to go to Wits End and party it up, okay? Although I would. Brian Preston said I love him.
Oh, Brian Preston's great.
Yeah, I love him. So hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
And I feel like we're going to play brother and sister in a movie. for
Got heels
sure.
in the trunk?
If you haven't now, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with the planet Earth. I have literally, I'm in like booty shorts and a tank top. I ain't going anywhere.
It's true.
My hair's up. No.
Got heels
The
in the
hair
trunk?
is up.
I think there are heels in the trunk.
See? Be fine.
Always.
Always. Always heels
Always
in the
be
trunk.
prepared. Just like a Boy Scout. Heels in the trunk.
Yeah. Oh, why does my ear itch so bad? Gross. I know. Maybe a bug went into it. That's my biggest fear now that I've seen that it can happen.
Oh, yeah. I ate a bug yesterday.
Ooh,
was terrifying.
Don't tell me that. Gross.
It was terrifying.
When bugs are near me, I'm like, somebody get it! Ah! Don't kill it. Don't kill it. Put it outside. Wait, we're in a 3-story building. Just put it outside.
Just put it outside. Come on.
Don't kill it. I don't eat meat. Don't kill it. Meanwhile, I'm like standing on a chair like, I gotta. It's so many legs. What is that?
That's so many
What
legs.
is
However,
that?
if it's a blue crab skirting by her feet, cook it.
Yeah, I would totally eat it. Oh my God, look at this thing that was on the deck today. I even sent it, and I was like, what is this? And then I was told it was a gecko.
There's a gecko out here?
I don't know. Or a something.
All right.
Okay, look at it.
At your place or at work? There's no
At my
at work.
place, look at this. What is that?
That's a fucking gecko.
Right?
That is
Awesome.
what that is.
I even, it was so fast.
Seen it with my
I
own
only
eyes.
have frogs
Yeah.
here.
It was so fast, and then it just, instead of like being on the deck, it went to the side, and it was like hanging there, and
Yeah,
I
they love
crept,
that.
I crept up on it, and I was like, Vicky, and I was like, what is this? And they're like, it's a gecko. I'm like, oh my God, a real life gecko. I was so excited. I was like, they must be filming a commercial nearby. Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God, it was my pleasure.
Thanks for hanging
So
out.
lovely.
I may stalk you at one of your shows now that I know that I love you.
Please do. I
So-
love you too.
Yeah, you still have it. you still
Where
have it.
where will she be before she leaves?
Oh, well, that we didn't mention it the first time. I'll say it again, Michael.
Hmm.
Really good producer.
They always remember.
I
what
think
they
we
heard
diverted after the word charcuterie.
Oh, yes,
to
fact.
like a whole
fact.
other.
This Thursday, Corner Charcuterie in Hamden.
Yeah, I can't beat that.
Umar Khan runs that room, you said?
Yeah.
Right, okay. She's doing Second Saturday Shit Show at the Auto Bar. That's a Mike Quinlan production.
Absolutely.
And July 10th, you are at the Single Carrot, which is where you currently work.
It is,
right?
yeah.
Okay. What time is that?
That is at 8 p.m. singlecarrot.com.
Do you have a website?
I don't have a personal website.
What's your Twitter handle so all these peeps can follow Juice?
Tweets for Jackie is my
It's very
Twitter
simple.
handle.
Thank you for keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Because other people are like A__
No.
537 _ dash 566. What?
No.
Not even a thing?
Tweets for Jackie.
You
Tweets?
you get in early, you get a decent name. I guess.
I also can't stand like comedian Jessica Garrett. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
God, you speak everybody's language. If you put comedian before your name on something, you're not real.
I just want to. It's unspeakable what I want to like do to your face. Like,
Here's the thing. There is. I actually like Walker Hayes now. She.
Oh, I love Walker.
Right, but before I didn't care for her. We had it, but we already talked about it. We hashed it out.
You hashed it. Well, you guys are both very like something's awry. Let's get into it.
Well, she confronted the other. She goes, "Why don't you like me?" And I was
Yeah.
like, and I said, "You don't want to hear the reason."
Why don't you like me is something that both you and Walker would say.
Yes, and here's the thing. No offense to Walker, I like her now, but I wouldn't fuck. I would give no fucks. I would not come up to you and say, "Why don't you like me?" I'd be like, "What? You don't fucking like me? I don't fucking care."
Well, that's true. Yes.
She, however, confronted the issue, and I was like, "You don't want to hear the reason," so we hashed it out. We talked about it. Everything's fine now. However, her Twitter handle is Trophy Comic,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
and I immediately was like, "Come on, Walker." Come on.
And to me, it hits the line at like
I'm trying to
delightfully
like you.
self-aware,
Right.
which I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. It subverts it just enough for me.
Oh my God. When I saw, I was like, I remember even saying to her, I was like, "Come on." What is this? I'm trying to love you here. You're making it hard for me.
I love you. Why won't you let me love you?
Why do you do these things? All right, you had the Twitter handle before. We hashed it out.
I dig that hot piece of ass for sure.
Yeah, dude, she gets it. And she's always molesting people in her photos.
She's
she can't keep her hands to
always
herself.
molesting people.
Yeah. She can never keep her hands to herself. She's like, "What?
No.
Oh, let me stretch my
What?
arm over here and back here. Hey."
No, I love that bitch.
Yeah, she definitely knows her angles for sure. Well, thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
Real quick, you are headlining
I'm headlining.
at the Main Street Oyster House.
Indeed.
July 15th, which is in Bel Air, the
Yep.
old Dark Horse Saloon ran by my old boyfriend, Mike Turpin.
Yep.
So,
The very same.
situation. Everybody, Jessica Garrett, can we get the applause going? Let's get that going.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. All right,
my
Michael,
pleasure.
play us out.
You've been listening to Wendy and Friends. You can find more information on Wendy and her comedy at wendytownsend.com. Wendy is also on Twitter at Wendy Stars. That's Wendy with an I.